There is a group among Chinese people that outsiders call little pinks. Most of them are young people who have been deceived by and are under the influence of Chinese Communist Party or CCP propaganda. They have strong, narrow-minded nationalist tendencies and blame many of China's problems on hostile foreign forces, regardless of right or wrong. Since most of their information comes from the CCP government, they are not aware that they have been severely brainwashed until the CCP's iron fist hits them. Today, we will look at a few such examples. Before discussing these examples, though, let's first look at how they treated Taiwanese fans at the Olympics. In the Paris Olympics, Taiwan's badminton men's doubles team Li Yong and Wang Qilin participated in the quarterfinals on August 2nd and defeated the Danish team to enter the gold medal match. However, there was a minor incident during the game. A Taiwanese female fan was holding up a poster to cheer for the Taiwanese players, but a Chinese fan snatched the poster from her hand, causing a commotion on the sidelines. The CCP government has repeatedly emphasized that sport has nothing to do with politics, and vehemently opposed the politicalization of the Olympic Games. However, since 1984, under pressure from the CCP, the International Olympic Committee (IOC) has forced the Taiwan team to compete under the name of Chinese Taipei. This year's Olympic Games also prohibited spectators from bringing the national flag of the Republic of China into the stadium. A family of 4 from Taiwan told Reuters they had Taiwanese flags painted on their faces and were asked to wash them off before entering the venue.
就是今年很多事情，所以让大家更看到我们台湾，然后加上前2天之后发生，就是我们东西被撕掉，然后毛巾也被没收，所以我觉得今天这一场就是这个金牌战，对不管是台湾人还是李阳都很重要，而且这也是李阳的最后一战，所以哭出来。对，就我觉得对，不管对台或是对大家都蛮重要，也算是一个强心剂吧。就毕竟台湾的国际地位，其实我在欧洲有6年。 然后就是台湾的国际地位，这几年其实一直有被看到，然后就很谢谢他们，然后打得很辛苦，加油！
被罚的，对，中国队，我觉得体育还是体育，政治还是政治吧，我们不需要把体育和政治过度的混到一起去。所有的运动员其实大家都很不容易，很容易，每一个奥运的，这个赛口大家都很累，心里也很容易受伤。然后我觉得。 就每一次看比赛，虽然当然作为中国人很希望我们队会赢，但是就希望所有的运动员能够发挥出最好的水平，不要受伤，这样是最好的。
There was a commotion on the sidelines in the third game of the semifinals. Taiwanese female fan Yang Ji-eun, who is studying in France, held a poster with the shape of Taiwan printed on it in the audience to cheer for the players. The words "Come on Taiwan" are written on the poster. A security guard approached her and asked her to go to the back of the auditorium to communicate. However, the security guard could not tell her of any violation of regulations. She said she would continue staying in the stadium to watch the game. At this time, a Chinese man wearing a red hat walked up to the poster and blocked it with his body. Yang moved the poster to the side. Unexpectedly, the man suddenly turned around and snatched away the poster, crumpling it into a ball as he walked away. Although many fans tried to stop the man, he quickly ran away and did not return to his seat. Yang Ji-eun once shed tears of grievance while talking about the poster being taken away. She said that when she shouted, "Come on Taiwan," the man kept saying, "Chinese team" or "Taipei team." She said, "It's unfortunate, but at least this time we can show the world that this kind of thing can happen in Taiwan in the stadium, and it's happening in front of us, in front of our eyes." In response to this incident, Taiwan's representative office in France has called the police to investigate, and Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs also strongly condemned it. On the X platform, some netizens commented that this kind of unreasonable behavior at an international sporting event exposed the sensitivity and extreme reaction of the CCP regime to the Taiwan issue. Such clownish behavior wholly trampled upon the so-called spirit of sports. The behavior of the man in the red hat and pink coat not only disgraced the Chinese people, but also demonstrated the dictatorship's fear and intolerance of dissenting voices. Another Taiwanese male fan came to the scene to cheer on the Taiwanese team, holding a towel with the words "Taiwan in" printed on it. This towel is a souvenir after Taiwanese athletes Li Yong and Wang Qilin won gold medals at the last Tokyo Olympics. But the security guard snatched the towel from the male fan's hands, causing an uproar. Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs instructs the resident office to report its excessive enforcement of laws to the organizer. Taiwan's Li Yang and Wang Qilin retained their badminton men's doubles title. They beat China's Long Wei King and Wang Chong 21-17, 18-21, and 21-19 at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena in a gripping final. The Taiwanese's inability to wave their flag in Paris did make the island's young people feel a bit sad. However, fans were pleased and excited that the Taiwanese player won the gold medal. At Taipei's Central train station, supporters held a party to watch the final at 10 p.m. local time. They stridently displayed Taiwanese flags to show their support.
我觉得他们真的太厉害了，这中间真的非常紧张，但是我们挺进了金牌，拿到了金牌，我觉得非常的厉害，我觉得非常感动。
培育我们这么优秀的国手。
I think we were not the favorites with little support from the bench, yet our team managed to overcome it and won the competition. Were you touched by the result?
对，很感动。
Very, very touched. Of course, I hope one day we can wave our flag in an international event. We can hold it with pride and it won't be taken away. In sharp contrast, China's Little Pink collectively collapsed after the game. On Weibo, the Little Pink said Taiwan's gold medal was stolen by the referees. They also posted articles criticizing the referee. Is there something wrong with the referee? I strongly recommend that the referee go to the ophthalmologist for an examination. China's state media, China Central Television, once reported that it would not broadcast the badminton's men's doubles gold medal match, triggering protests from mainland Chinese netizens. However, later China's CCTV broadcasted it, but it did not start broadcasting until the second set. People didn't expect that after only 40 minutes of broadcasting, the commentary announced that the broadcast ends here. The award ceremony was not even shown. An overseas netizen commented on the X platform, "Taiwan is not a monster. Is there any need to be so afraid?" Others said, "Maybe CCTV's glass heart has been broken and it doesn't dare to face the reality of losing to Taiwan." The manager in charge of the Chinese version of the official website of the Olympic Games is not sure if he is also a little pink. Although the title of the relevant news report on the official website mentioned the name of the gold medalist, the article only had a photo of the Chinese team, and there was no photo of the gold medalist, the Taiwanese athlete. In other words, the names of Li Yang and Wang Qilin were technically covered in the title of the article. If you don't look carefully, you would think the Chinese team won the men's doubles championship of the 2012 Olympic Games. The article mainly reported on the Chinese team, and the Taiwanese athletes were only mentioned 4 times. Taiwan was not mentioned, but the English word Chinese Taipei was used instead. In addition, the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics also upset Chinese Little Pinks. They saw that the US team took a boat alone, with almost all 500 team members on board, while the Chinese team was arranged to take a boat with other countries. According to reports, the Chinese delegation has more than 400 people, which is huge. However, the Chinese delegation did not appear on the ship alone. Instead, they shared a boat with Canada, Chile, the Central African Republic, and other countries and stood at the stern position. This can't help but make some little pink scold. China is such a big country, why do we have to merge the ship with others? Angry Me questioned the organizers for disrespecting China. The footage of the Chinese players lasted only 10 seconds. Many little pinks complained, "It's too short, they disappeared before we could see enough." The CCP has taken advantage of the Chinese people's patriotism and brainwashed the people for a long time, creating a large number of little pinks. These little pinks truly believe that the CCP is excellent. At the same time, the whole world hates China and is hostile to China. Western countries, from the government to the mainstream media and ordinary people, distinguish the CCP as a political party from China. The CCP is not equal to China. Little pinks don't realize that they live in a false world carefully constructed by the CCP authorities until one day when the iron fist of the authorities hits them, then they wake up. Let's look at a few examples. As you may know, the Sitong Bridge incident shocked the international community in October 2022. At that time, a Chinese citizen named Peng Lifa hung a banner protesting Xi Jinping and the zero-COVID policy on the Sitong Bridge in Beijing, with slogans such as "Don't want a leader, want votes," "Don't be a slave, be a citizen." Although Peng Lifa was immediately arrested and secretly detained, and his whereabouts are still unknown, the Sitong Bridge slogan quickly spread worldwide and became the main slogan of the subsequent White Paper movement. Since then, the authorities have strictly guarded Beijing's Sitong Bridge. In January this year, an associate professor named Tsai from Tsinghua University, a famous university in China, discussed the issue of freedom of speech in China during his ideological and political class. A student said the police detained him after taking photos of Sitong Bridge. The professor did not believe it and said, "The CCP would not do this." To show the students that the CCP was broad-minded, Professor Tsai personally went to Sitong Bridge to take photos for verification. As a result, the professor was taken away on the spot and detained for questioning. Afterwards, the professor expressed his dissatisfaction on social media. There was another little pink who had an experience similar to Professor Tsai's. The tank man is a man who stood alone against a row of tanks during the June 4th incident in 1989. This photo was quite sensitive in mainland China. On May 26 this year, a Taiwanese netizen posted on Facebook that she had met a little pink girl. To prove to the Taiwanese netizen that Chinese people live freely in China, she posted a photo of the tank man on her Weibo account, 542. It was the eve of the 35th anniversary of the June 4th incident, and the timing was quite sensitive. This Taiwanese netizen made a bet with this little pink that if Weibo did not delete this little pink's posts, or he was not arrested within 3 days, he would also join the ranks of the little pink. This little pink girl said that she at most would have been arrested by the police and given a warning. As a result, the photos of the tank man were quickly deleted and her Weibo account was banned that day and later blocked. This Taiwanese netizen said that this little pink poster's IP address is in the US, but she claims to be in China and is not afraid. Many netizens left comments under the Facebook post mocking, "It's ridiculous for people in the United States to say they love China. She exercised her once-in-a-lifetime freedom of speech." There are many little pinks like this in mainland China, and this TikTok blogger is one of them. I said we should believe in our country. Some people in our country are not only dissatisfied when they hear this, but are also very anxious and angry. I said you are dog-like traitors to the country. You are not as good as those traitors. Although those people are hateful, they are still worth being used. What do you have? Besides complaining about social injustice, you worry about your monthly salary of 2,500 yuan. You have always believed that you think you are an excellent talent and will succeed one day. But decades later, you are getting older and your life is getting harder and harder. You never know how to reflect on yourself, but you blame the country and society for all your dissatisfaction in life and work. This country has done nothing wrong to anyone, especially to social cancers like you. You eat the CCP's food and come to smash the CCP's pot. The country seems too kind to you and lets you overeat. The authorities soon cracked down on the blogger. In a post, she wrote, "TikTok restricted my account without notice. You can hardly see my videos anymore. They couldn't tell me what was wrong with my account and there was no problem, but they restricted it anyway." I place all my chances of turning my life around as a mother on this platform. I want to do it well and for a long time and realize my value through it. During the pandemic in the past few years, our store has been closed. The company went bankrupt, we had a lot of debt, and we had to pay tens of thousands of yuan monthly. My father-in-law also needed a lot of money for anti-cancer drugs every month. Now TikTok has restricted me. For more than a month, I couldn't do anything. I haven't had a good night's sleep. I never wanted you to know how difficult my life is. I know everyone has had a hard time in the past few years. Some netizens commented, "You have to believe in the country. Don't be anxious or angry. You have to reflect on yourself. This country has done nothing wrong to people like you. The boomerang is so accurate, the socialist iron fist will not spare anyone." Some netizens also said that this little pink was awakened by the cold reality, which prompted her to rethink and re-examine the world. This may be the beginning of her awakening, which may not be wrong. That's all for today. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. We appreciate your support. Take care.